Okay, welcome to Text Tipsy. I'm your host, Patrick Paul. And today's episode is unofficially brought to you by Jim Beam. Jim Beam, when Jack Daniels is just too damn expensive. Okay, what I'm going to do in this show, 'cause this is our launch episode. I actually did one before, but it sucked ass. It was really boring. And I just got maybe too drunk. But, yeah, key is tipsy. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to, because I do web development, tech support, stuff like that. So I get a lot of freeloaders, friends of mine, family, asking me all kinds of questions and not paying me. So I decided to take all the questions that they ask, and instead of just answering them or doing it for them, I'm going to make instructional videos, and then I'm going to make them like it and share it. And if you like it and share it, if you're one of them, you better like it and share it. I'm not talking about on the Facebook post. I'm talking about in YouTube. Like it, share it, do the thumbs up. That way I don't mind. And I'll drink a little while I do these, while I make these instructional videos, to show you how to do shit. Okay, so enough of that setup. Hopefully I won't have to explain that again. Today's video comes from the question from Brad. Brad asks, how do I hide shit on my webpage? It's a very good question, one I get a lot. Essentially, a lot of people use WordPress. So I'm going to show you how to do it on WordPress, but the same thing does apply to pretty much any web page, except for there'll be some specific WordPress specific tools and plugins I'll use. And but they do apply to other things, and I'll explain how you can do it for other websites, maybe in a little quick note, or in a future video. I don't know if enough people ask me. If you're watching this and you think, "Oh man, I don't have a WordPress site. How do I do that?" And if you can't figure it out from these instructions, ask me, and I will show you how to do it in either another CMS or in just a general website. Basic HTML website. Okay, so on with the show. All right, so assuming you have WordPress, you're going to need a few tools. One of the most important ones is Chrome browser. You can do what I'm doing in Firefox, but screw Firefox. All right, so go to your web page and say there are some elements you want to hide, okay, besides the whole ugly web page. Oh, by the way, if you like podcasts, listen to this one, High Tea with the Brownie and the Bagel. It's pretty funny. Anyways, say you want to hide some stuff. Like WordPress is mainly for blogs. And some things are not, but people use them for all kinds of things, all kinds of websites, e-commerce, and all kinds of shit. And a lot of other kinds of websites, stuff like date, author, it's comments. Things aren't that important, so you want to hide these elements. So say I want to hide the fact that nobody is commenting on any of my freaking podcast posts. See, so I go over the 0 comments. Now I go right-click on it, and then down to Inspect Element. Now that'll open up a little tag over here in the end, where, and this comes in many different views. I usually like to work with it in a separate window, and to open it up in a separate window, you click that. Actually, that didn't do that. Anyways. So that brings it up there. There's a bit more space to work with when it's down here anyway. So, So you want to make sure that it's highlighted on there. Let me just go back up here. There. So when you hover over that, this is the element. This is like all the HTML code that's in the background. And when you hover over that, it'll highlight on your website what you're actually hovering over. and that's this, which is this components. And now the important thing is this class thing, and you'll see it on the right over here. If you see a class equals su post comments dash link, see over here on the right here, that is called CSS. This is the style sheet, and this defines the look of this, section here, this little area. So what you want to do, and what I usually do is good practice, is with that highlighted there, you want to press this little plus icon, and that creates a new sort of a definition for this file, and it keeps it in a nice tidy area. So if you want to do a lot of editing of different elements, you want to hide a lot of different shit, you would want to do this. I mean, if it's just a one-off thing, it's fine just to edit it in here. And this tool is very valuable because it'll show you, it's kind of a preview of what the changes you want to make. It's a preview of what it's going to look like when you finalize the changes. So say I click the plus over here, it creates a new one, and that has it should assign it the right class name. If it doesn't, what you want to do is copy this one here by clicking on it, either right clicking and go down to copy, or hit Control C and then click it in there and then paste it, Control V, okay, or right click and paste. And then you want to use this word. If you just want to hide it, what you want to say is display :none. And there you go. Disappears. If you want to just do stuff like change the font color, you can change the color. So color, and it'll give you a whole bunch of options of colors there. If you want to change the color, if you want to change the font, all kinds of stuff you can do. If you want to do that, if you want to make changes, just Google CSS cheat sheet or CSS style guide. That's a cascading style sheet. Okay, so what you want is display none. Now another thing you're going to want to do is, because this is only in here. So you're going to hover down, scroll down, you see, okay, yep, it's gotten rid of it on all the posts there. Maybe you also want to get rid of the date. I want to leave the date on mine, but we'll just show you how to do that. So inspect element. Okay, right click on that. Double check by just hovering over where it's selected. Okay, yep. That's the date, definitely. Click on the plus. SU post meta. All right. You can copy that over if you want this as well. And then you just do the same thing, or you can just leave it as what that default is. All right, so display, and then you see that it auto fills out. Once it's auto filling out what you want, just tab, and that'll take you to the next one. So none, and that hides the date as well. Now, I want to actually keep the date on mine because it is a podcast and date's kind of important. All right, so that's how you hide shit. But once you hit refresh, all that stuff will come back. What you want to do is you want to save what you just did. So you click on this inspector style sheet. If you've been pressing the plus button, it creates this new style sheet. This is a temporary style sheet. Click on that, and it'll go to that there. And this is what you've essentially done. This is a little temporary style sheet, and that's the definition for the comments link. And since I've unchecked the hiding of the date, it just comments it out here, and that's how a comment is done. We're going to keep this open. We go to our dashboard. Another tool you're going to need, especially if you're using WordPress, and we'll just assume that you are, is a custom style sheet plugin. I've already got one installed. It's a pretty good one. What you just do a search for custom CSS. Now, if you don't know this, I just went to plugins, add new, and then do a search for custom CSS. There would be a lot of options. The one I go with is simple custom CSS. I don't know if it's the best. It's the best one I've used. So don't forget to press enter. All right, so this is the one I use, Simple Custom CSS. It's already installed. You click install, it'll install it, and it'll appear when you go to Appearance, Custom CSS. Appearance, Custom CSS. I've already got a bunch of custom CSS that I've done in here because I'm just gangster like that. And then what you want to do is go back here, select your definition there, copy, go back here, paste it, and then update custom CSS. All right, so that's updated now, and then that has saved the changes. So when I hit refresh, the comments should still be gone. The comment link is, see, not there. There are these shitty ads though. But you know, dude's got to make money, which it doesn't. Anyways, so yeah, that is how to hide shit on my WordPress site. So if that has helped you, you know what to do, man. Subscribe, like. If you have questions, ask them in the comments, or if you know me, hit me up. And I'll keep doing this. I'll base it on what I feel is probably the most frequently asked questions or fuck yous. Just kidding. It's not. Don't call it that. Call it that to some people with a sense of humor. People without will look at you funny. They're jerks. Anyways, so yeah, that's Tech Tipsy. I'm Patrick Paul. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and do all that good shit. All right? And yes, don't forget Jim Beam for when Jack Daniels is too expensive. Oh, yeah. Send me some booze. That'd be nice.